What's up? How are you doing, fam? It's Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes day by day. Today is the 30th. It's after 29th, 30th, but yeah, it's after midnight. So here we are. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Thanks for spending time. I know you have a lot of other options. We're just going to do what we always do, and that is hopefully we pick some stuff up, but just grind. This is anybody who's new to the channel. This is effectively. And I've said this many times, but maybe there are people coming in that have never seen this. This was an account that I started originally that was never supposed to be spending any money. And then this thing called Lightspeed Bundles happened, and it's kind of tad spendy. We've never bought Kairos or gear, but we've just bought the Bad Batch, Tuscans, Shadow of the Empire, the Old Republic. I don't know. That's about it. I always think that's about it, and then I'm like, well, no, I bought this person, and then I bought this person. But essentially, all the accounts are some version of this account. It just depends on which version of the account it actually is at the time. Anyway, we're going to do... Am I farming anything, or are we just farming? I think we're farming these people. And I'm just going to bring Mon up. We're just going to bring Mon up so I can start working on her, because I know she's like 5 million Kairos. And so we're just going to bring her up and start working on her. And I think she's going to be my standard bearer. She's going to be the one that I like. I'm just really pushing. First and foremost, why? It's just because she's the hardest one to gear. So it's like, oh, hey, and look, here we are. This is not one of those. What is this? Why don't I have this? Why am I out of these? Is there somebody that I need? Do I need Seer? How do I not have Seer on this account? I don't know. We're going to grab some Seer. We've got 2 of those. It's not great. We need to grab... Let's go 10, maybe? That's a better number. It's not great, but it's better. So, and then that's going to help us bring Mon up to the next level. And then this is to get us to 10, which means, is there a Cairo in here? There's got to be. She needs like 5 million Kairos. We're actually about to go up to 10. Got 2 Cairo there. I can't. It's not bad, dude. Oh, we're going to be able to take her all the way up. We're at 11, y'all. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we just did that, but you just saw we were able to go from 1 to 12 like that. And so I'm happy about that. I didn't realize we had that much stored up. But I know that Mon is like super expensive. And so I'm like, let's do her first, because you know, we're going to be going to Profundity after we get to Leia. I'm like, if Mon is this expensive, we got to do Mon first. And I know Adred's pretty bad, but I don't think he's as bad as Mon is. Mon just takes so much. And so that's the reason why I decided I'm like, hey, let's do Mon, even though we don't have enough whatever for her. I do know that we can bring her up, and we'll push her into, we're going to try to push her into relics first, and because that is one of the things that I think is pretty good about the changes they made, is where you can push under geared or not totally done characters into relics. And so that's what we're going to do with Mon. Mon is going to be, it's not going to be casting, it's going to be Mon. Then we're going to try to push up into relics. And did I get the... Because this farm is not too bad. I mean, there's 2 characters that you actually have to farm, and they just happen to be Mon and Abrad. And, it's just you're doing the 2 things. So it's going to take you like a few months to do unless you're able to do a refresh. But what I'm thinking about doing is we're going to do Mon first, and then we do Adrad right after that. And we're just going to keep, got to keep climbing, got to keep pushing. We need to finish the relics on these characters, so I'm going to see where Drogon is. I think I'm still low here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go and pull all the rest of these in this. Hopefully we end up with 9's not great. 9 is definitely not great. Definitely want a better number than 9. But it's, for what it is, it's not too bad. But it should be better, and it can be better, and it needs to be better. But I'm just really happy that we ended up getting Mon. I didn't expect to be able to get Mon up to where she is, so having her up at the level she is it feels really good. Whether that's actually realized or not, I don't know. So now we got to go over and farm for the ships, because we need the ships, of course, and then after that we're just going to throw it into whatever gear we can hope that we find. We get to start with the Rebel Y, of course, and super slow going. Need about 69 more of those, and then we need a bunch more of this. So if we had more disposable income, we would. When we get the Rebel Y done, maybe we'll have enough to come over and do refreshes. I just don't feel like we do right now, just because we're trying so hard to get stuff done so that we can get to Leia. And then once we get to Leia, so I've heard. So somebody told me that the first team that I heard was that it was the big 3: Leia, R2, Drogon, plus either Jen or Adrad and Obi-Wan. And then somebody else today, I'm checking my comments, said, "Hey, Captain Rex," I guess, and Chupio, which is interesting, but I don't know. But I'm definitely looking through. We're definitely gonna look through the comments, try to figure out what it is, and I'm really looking forward to getting to her whenever we actually end up getting to her, which I'm not sure when we are. We need to go to this thing first. We didn't do it. Also, we got Conquest going on, which is, just amazing. By the way, earlier today, EA was sold to a Saudi Arabian company. I don't know if that is relevant to us at all, but it's just one of those things that you see and you're like, wonder if that means anything. And I don't know if it does, but it might. And if it does, I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't, but it might. So just keep that in mind. Tomorrow I have the gig, so this will be my last episode for so there'll be no episode tomorrow night. It'll be Wednesday morning, hopefully, maybe. We'll have to see. It might be Wednesday night. We'll have to see how things turn out. Or if I get home at a decent time tomorrow night, maybe things don't turn out as bad as they are. Anyway, yeah, Brody, and um, who else do I need? I need Cassian. We done with everybody? It's just Brody. Brody's the only one we need. Possible. It's possible. I don't know. All right. Well, that's fine. So yeah, we're still closing in on still closing in on as we continue to do. It's just a little bit every day, but eventually that little bit will hit a critical mass, and when it does, we'll be in pretty good position. But until then, we still got a lot of work to do. And that'll be good. But we got the big thing is today, and I'm surprised by this, so that we were able to get Mon Mothma all the way to Gear 12. That's, I think, is pretty huge. Aside from that, we just keep making up a little, and you know what? Let's see before we go. How are we able to get just any amount of production at all? That's really not great. There we go. Not a great number. We're still super far away, as you can tell. Like, we're only going to be able to get them to 3, or do we? I mean, look, we just don't have a lot of anything. Yeah, I mean, you can see where we are. We got enough to take to 3, or we could bring Rex to 2, which that might be an interesting thing. What if we brought Rex and Drogon up together? I know somebody else is going to be like, "What are you doing?" We can bring them up together, and we can end up finishing both of them off at the same time. That seems pretty great to me. Anyway, that's all we got for today. Appreciate all of you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Otherwise, as always, I appreciate you guys so much. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe to your friends, all that fun stuff. Hold the line, and remember that I have friends everywhere.